Driving through a minefield of tweets. Rollins brags and Osprey answers. AEW, there'll be a fighter fest. Another free for all theme in it. And they ask, are you ready for Markout Mania?
This is kind of hot.
Where James Extreme and Zeus thunders. Did you hear how bad Pedro sang the theme? Oh my ears. It's Saturday morning, time for Markout Mania.
Do it, do it, do it, do.
Yeah. I almost thought about doing that, James. It's one of those times I lament the fact that I cannot whistle. I can't whistle.
Everything you sing stays in my head for like the rest of the Saturday. It's annoying as hell. But like you, like I go around going, Markout Mania. Everybody's like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. I'm good. Thanks.
Hey. Hold up a moment.
What's up?
Welcome everyone to the Markout Mania.
Yeah. Woo.
Here we are.
Marking out.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Another Saturday. I just want to give a quick shout out before we even start. Happy birthday to one half of the Sorno brothers. Roberto, my brother Rob. Happy birthday, brother. I'll catch you later. You know how we do. Peace. Okay.
Happy birthday, brother Sorno.
Yes. I will give him a birthday chair shot later, so it's all good.
There we go.
Oh,
now I got that song in my head.
Shout out to Angie who couldn't make the show today. She got work, so shout out to her. Also, shout out to YYH. She is out partying. So
Double Y, double H doing her thing. Angie at work making the Benjamins. Do it up, chica.
Shout out to Meef wherever he is.
Yes. Oh, shout out to
Meef.
Shout out to Bye Lucha for having to hear me complain about the things in the Women's World Cup this week. So
poor Bye Lucha,
poor Bye Lucha.
While we're giving our shout outs, how about we give a shout out to the Kaiju Queen Heather? How about we give a shout out to the Lego Queen Melissa? What up, Al? And how about if we give a shout out? Why not? So what's up, Dad? Hey Sherry, how you doing? All good. Why not? How about we give the whole world a shout out? Peace, love, and Markout Mania. How about that? How about we do it like that?
That's right.
You know what? And I got one more shout out. Hey, Zero's mom, how you doing?
Oh,
okay.
Damn.
Hi, Mrs. Zero. Oh wow!
So last night was the Ring of Honor show as well. A couple terrible things happened there. Jeff Cobb going down in 10 minutes or less.
Yep.
Really?
To Matt Taven.
Yeah, oh, are you shitting me?
We are not shitting you.
Oh my god!
And he's about to start a run in. He's about to start in the G1, and then he takes the L right there, and in 10 minutes, a clean loss.
Did y'all see how Matt Taven came out dressed like a king, basically with a crown and all this shit?
Oh god, no!
Hold on. They jobbed out Jeff Cobb to Matt Taven.
Yes.
And under 10 minutes. Oh my stars and garters! What is this world coming to? Who booked this crap? Oh,
yeah,
brutal.
What else was terrible there, Zeus?
Well, Flip Gordon is the new member of Villain Enterprises.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, he turned on Bandito and joined Villain Enterprises.
Oh yeah, but then they had him job to Roosh.
Is Roosh staying in Ring of Honor?
Weird.
Is Roosh staying in the ring?
Like he was apparently on the pre-show.
Yeah, you want to know something that bothered me more is Dalton Castle beat fucking Dragon Lee.
Yeah, it's just all. They wonder why there was 150 people there.
Hey, look, Dragon Lee loses the IWGP Junior title to Ospreay. Then he comes back to Mexico and he loses to the Nebula Roja, which is one of the Chavez brothers. Bean, shout out to Bean because he and I hate the Chavez brothers. So he loses to this Chavez brother guy. We're like, oh, this guy's having a rough week, and now he jobs to fucking Dalton Castle. I'm like, oh my god,
that whole I don't know who's in charge over there, but it's just not.
I heard a rumor that Roosh was leaving Ring of Honor. Is that true? He just got here.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I think he has like a 1-year contract at least.
Ah, okay. Like a 1-year deal.
I mean, but he's not. He's not. He's being used terribly. I mean, he's
not being utilized at all. It's a shame because he's over. He gets a huge pop.
No one is being used well right now. It seems like from the Madison Square Garden show, on, it's just been like just a shit show. So
what does this world come into? It's like the entire world of professional wrestling, with the exception of New Japan, has been eating a fat one.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and I mean, AEW monetarily is doing really well. I mean,
they're doing well, but they're
making their fans happy.
It's just one big show because they are.
They're making their fans happy, and their fans are crazy to see it. So, there you go.
I actually heard the rumor is going to be like 2-hour show every Wednesday, from 8 to 10.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what they're going.
I mean, I can watch that.
Yeah. So at the AEW show, so we shall see. But other than that, it's been a kind of interesting week, huh? It's been. I can't. I have so given up on Raw and SmackDown, but apparently, they've decided to buck the trend and hire Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff actually to run, actually be head of creative for Raw and SmackDown respectively, which actually in my opinion, I think makes absolutely zero difference. Only because as long as Vince McMahon is alive and he's running the show, it doesn't matter who's writing Raw or SmackDown. It's still going to eat a fat one because it's going to suck. Because he's going to shoot down everything they do.
Yeah, if that's the thing. I mean, if that is indeed the idea. I mean, if he, if Vince goes along with it and says, go with it, then they can help out. But
his ego is so big. They fucked up ECW.
I mean, he's fucked up everything.
True.
So
true. But it's they I don't know. I'm not excited for it at all. Not at all.
I'm going to take with a lot of things. I'm just going to wait. If I hear people saying, I'm not going to watch it immediately. I'm just going to wait. If I hear
Heyman's supposed to be making some kind of announcement on Monday. I don't know. Him and Bischoff's supposed to be making some kind of announcement. So it's I don't know. It's going to sound like a shit show.
What announcement can they make?
That
sounds like TNA or something, or
that's like a TNA.
Hey,
right?
Guess who's here?
Everybody, bring their belts. I'm going to start fresh. No,
if you think about the end story, like the end story, the kayfabe you're supposed to buy into in wrestling. Can you imagine, like, how does it help your thing if you have like a big thing on the show where you're like, hey, guess who's here to do the creative? And people are like, what the hell are you talking about? Like in story, the kayfabe, you're like, this makes no sense to even bring that up.
I don't know. I mean, unless he's going to mention like he's stepping aside as an advocate for Brock Lesnar to concentrate and to improve the product. I don't know what he can say. Who knows?
My understanding is he's going to stay on doing the advocate stuff.
Oh, so he's going to write and be on screen talent.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at, the idea is now it's like, okay, so, the two wrestling companies that went out of business that made everything great, that you stole a shit ton of fucking stuff from, you're going to put those guys in charge of your product 20 years later.
Yeah.
Man.
How revolutionary of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like,
it makes and again, Zeus, and again, it really doesn't matter as long as Vince is behind the scenes because he's going to call the shots.
Right? Oh no! Anyway. I'm right there with you, dude. I totally believe every word of that. That's just. I mean, it's been the whole thing, but here's the next problem, and I'll be happy to be wrong, but I don't think I'm gonna be. But when Vince steps down, it's not going to be Triple H in charge like a lot of people think.
No, it's not.
It's going to go to Stephanie. Stephanie's going to have a controlling interest, and then Shane will have minority.
Yeah,
then that'll be as far as it goes.
I think you're right on that. Yeah, but I think Stephanie's much more elusive with the reins. I think she'll do everything everything that she's going to do is going to be, what would my daddy do? And that's what she's going to do. Yeah, my daddy. I can't argue that.
What the hell? Give us more of that, Zeus. Give us more of your Stephanie.
My daddy said that he told all of you people that nobody was on steroids that bought them from him. Shut up.
Shut up.
We beat the government.
We beat the government.
We beat the government. The government tried to come after my daddy.
Bitch, you are 35 years old. Stop talking about him like you're fucking 8.
Oh my God! There you go. There it is.
I think she might be older than that, but
yeah. I'm talking about when that happened.
Oh, okay.
Those weren't steroids. Those were Flintstone chewables.
Flintstone chewables.
Yeah, the Hulk Hogan chewable steroids.
Yeah, there you go. Brutal.
And there's a danger of. There's a danger of Hogan coming back now too.
What? That's what I heard. That's what I heard. And I heard you wanted to be a part of creative. Is that true?
I don't know. That's the case. I mean, I'm just saying it's Bischoff.
Oh God, no.
It's Bischoff, man.
Okay.
I heard that you wanted to bring Hogan back for creative. I'm like, you got to be shitting me.
I am a little bit taken aback right now because a friend of mine has been going nuts about this, and he asked me this week. He's like, "Is Hulk Hogan coming back?" And I was like, I hadn't heard anything about it. I was like, I can't imagine it. And now we're doing this show, and Zeus is like, they're saying Hulk Hogan's coming back, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm not saying anybody else is saying it. I'm just saying I'm saying.
Well, yeah, it's. I heard that. They were talking about being a part of creative, and I was like, didn't he try that in TNA? Didn't him and Bischoff try that in TNA once, and it failed miserably?
What would Hulk Hogan creative be like?
He'll bury everybody.
He destroyed the damn. Got rid of the 6-sided ring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he did that on TNA. He fucked everything up in TNA.
6-sided ring sucks, but
Yeah, but it was what made
but he
them
killed the X
different.
division. And he killed the X division.
Yeah.
Hogan killed the X division.
And you never know when you're getting a square ring or a 6-sided ring in fucking
Triple
in
A.
AAA. It's like what's the ring tonight? Who fucking knows? We just show up. They have it's like they just start digging. They just throw a whole bunch of. They just throw it all together in the back of one of the fucking trucks, and then they drag it out. Whichever one they pull out more pieces to first is the one they finish building.
Oh my god!
Speaking of Lucha Libre, Bean and I were watching a lot of CML this week. We watched Puebla. We watched Arena Mexico on Tuesday. Then we watched Arena Mexico on Friday. But in Puebla on Monday, they had a match for the Arena Calicio tag titles. Which have y'all ever seen those tag belts?
No, I haven't seen
Yeah.
The Arena Calicio tag belts are super awesome. Look it up sometime.
Yeah.
They have like all these little masks on them and stuff. They're
Oh,
really
cool.
looking. But that title match was turned out really, really good. So check that out.
Oh god! Okay, cool. I haven't seen CMLL in a minute. It's been a while. I was having a debate the other day about like the best looking belts, and I still say, and I still say, and I know y'all could beat me up for it, but to me, Lucha Underground, that's the best looking belt.
Why would I beat you up? I was saying the same thing.
No, there you go. Thank you, Zeus. It's just, it has no words, no lettering, no promotion, it just looks awesome. That was it.
And the Gift of the Gods title is as good looking.
Beautiful. I totally agree. Mm-hmm.
I mean the trios titles aren't quite there, but
they're not even close.
but still, I mean, I said the other day, I said about the Lucha Underground heavyweight title, I said that no other belt has better exemplified a promotion through the design of that.
Totally agree. Absolutely.
I mean, that was just it's just a great belt, and so
AEW's women's belt is coming too, so supposedly that's supposed to be looking real nice. So we'll see.
Well, hopefully
Brandy
it's not the
Rhodes
shape of a fucking. Hopefully it's not the shape of a butt hat tattoo.
A what?
Of a what now?
A butt hat tattoo.
A butt hat?
What is a butt hat?
I don't know, but speaking of butts.
The tramp stamp, like the Divas title.
Oh, no, my God. Please, that was disgusting. Big Martha, fake Martha belt. Yeah.
I have never heard a butt hat as a term for tramp stamp. It's incredible. It works. I never heard this before. You were teaching me, master.
We're learning all kinds of weird shit today.
Yeah. But supposedly Brandy Rhodes had a thing in the design, had a hand in the design. So we'll see what it looks like. So it should be interesting. So we'll see.
So this past weekend we went to Wilmington, and it was rainy on Sunday, so we went to visit Battleship North Carolina. And when I was on deck at the back, you see that it used to carry two planes with it, and the planes were used for like rescue operations and things like that. Mm-hmm. Well, during World War II, Disney would pretty much draw anything. If you wanted a design for your squadron or whatever, they were offering to do that for free. And that I took a picture of this cute little. It was a baby Pegasus, looked like it came out of from Fantasia, but it was wearing the old aviator cap and a bomber jacket. Nice. So when you're picturing, Cody in his bomber jacket, that's what shot that in my head. But I tell you, hats off to all the sailors who sailed, in World War II in the ships, and just
absolutely
crazy, amazing to see the tight quarters, and I mean it was only about 85, and they don't have there's no air conditioning. There's ventilation, but there's no air conditioning. I was like, God, imagine being out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on this ship, and in that 110-degree day. It's amazing to think about it all.
Yeah, no,
So
hats off.
that was yeah.
Two of my uncles are sailors. They were in the Navy. They were sailors. Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
my other uncle was a POW in the Marines, and my father served in the Army. So yeah, the whole family's in the armed forces. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my father was in the Navy.
Yeah,
Navy. Yeah,
my dad was in the Navy as well.
Yep.
Got a bunch of frogs in the families.
Yep. Frogmen.
My oldest brother was in the Air Force.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
My best friend Steven was there too. Then we got the Fighter Fest free on the BR Bleacher Report live streaming service.
That's tonight, right?
So, yeah, that's tonight.
And I know you was reading the cards to me earlier, Zeus. I'm sorry if you don't mind.
No. It's so like Michael Nakazawa against Alex Jabali, and I'm there's several of these people I'm not very familiar with. Both of them I'm not.
Right, same here.
Michael Nakazawa, Japanese, did stuff in DDT, etc. Is friends with the elite people. The Jabali guy, I think he is like, he's not a wrestler, but he's like trained to do some wrestling stuff. I think he has some connection to something or another.
Well, apparently that's another pre-show match, and it's a hardcore match.
Yeah, but it's gonna be it's gonna be a comedy thing. So.
Oh, okay. Then there's Kylie Ray against Leva Bates. Then there's a three-way tag team match. Are you
interested in that match? No, right? Is anybody interested in that match? In the Kylie Ray match? Anybody interested in that match?
I mean, Leva Bates is okay. I mean, isn't she the one that does the kind of the cosplay stuff?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Stuff. I don't think Kylie Ray is that bad in the ring. It's just her character is not very genuine. Like the character, she's like trying that super happy thing. It just feels very forced. So like that's more of a problem. Like,
the bootleg Bailey. Yeah.
But like she's very athletic. Like if you went back and watched that women's match again, she is like the most athletic person in that match. She didn't really mess up anything. Like that's another plus in her favor in that match.
She just needs a new gimmick. All she needs is a new gimmick. Yeah.
Her gimmick is very. It's very.
It's horrible. It's sucks. Stupid. Yeah, it just sucks. It's piss poor. Each one. It's fake. It's ridiculous. It's crap. It's very Vince Russo-esque. It's horrible. All right, Zeus. I'm sorry. Next, go ahead.
Oh yeah. They got best friends, Chucky Taylor and Beretta against SoCal Uncensored against
SCU is cool. I like SCU. Okay. SCU is cool. I like SCU.
Yeah, they're not bad. I mean, so as we said, it's the winner gets a shot at getting a first round bye in the AEW tag team tournament, which, I mean, if you think about it, hopefully that's a good sign that they're gonna do a lot with tag teams, regular tag teams.
I didn't listen to that Steve Austin podcast with Tony Khan, but I know there is a deal on there where he said the start of the TNT show, like the first big thing they're going to be doing like for a while on the show is going to be the tag team tournament, that they want to make it like
Really?
the best tag team tournament in the world, et cetera, et cetera. So
Really, Pedro? Yeah.
That's great.
yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
cool.
listen to the podcast, but I heard
Yeah.
people reporting this from
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I hope it's their tag teams though, and not just teams that come in one shot.
Well, that the
like
whole thing is they'll have to have some kind of passerbys,
yeah,
because just so you can kind of build up your teams and get them closer to the finals.
yeah,
I mean, kind of like what the WCW did with the Pat O'Connor tournament, and then that
yeah. I
the
remember that.
NWA
Yeah.
tag team tournament. The
Mhm.
NWA tag team tournament had, they had some good teams in it. I mean, they had, Biff Wellington and Chris Benoit, a lot of
Yeah.
history together. Team.
Mhm.
Joe and Dean Malenko were in that tag team tournament.
Mhm.
We never saw him again. Hell, I don't know if I ever saw Joe Malenko ever wrestle again after that.
he's on that IWA King of the Deathmatch tournament. He's in a
Yeah, he is.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, and I'm all for them bringing in some people and on for occasional stuff, just because they're not going to be able to constantly support a whole ton of teams on a regular basis, with just 2 hours of TV time a week. So
Yeah. I'd like to see
mix
more on
mix
Helico
it up.
Jack Evans. It'd be cool.
I definitely want to see more of that.
Mhm.
I mean, Angelico
Yeah.
versus and Jack Evans against the Lucha Brothers is probably one of the, that's something I would really like to see.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you put that on TV though, but that's pay per view.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But but I see big things for AEW in that TV show. So hopefully, that tag team tournament, it's going to be a big part. I mean, hopefully. So we'll see what's
Yeah.
up. You know?
Look, all you have to do is write good stories,
Yeah.
and
Please, please, yeah.
carry them from a beginning to an end.
And you
Have
know what? Have
things make
somebody
some
halfway
sense.
decent, smart. Have somebody who's halfway decent actually book the damn thing. No stupid, ridiculous. All kind of dusty finishes. Just clean booking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they can take a page out of New Japan's book. Everything's clean. Everything is real clean. You notice that? Everything's always clean. There's no screwy, dusty finish. There's no double DQ or some stupid, ridiculous shit. Either somebody submits or it's a 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Yeah. The vast majority. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
There's no last minute stipulation match bullshit.
Speaking of New Japan, they had their Southern Showdown in Australia.
Oh, it happened already?
Yeah. It doesn't come to it was live through like Fight TV. But it doesn't come to the New Japan streaming until like tomorrow or the next day, something like that.
I didn't even see any advertisement for that. I didn't see no advertisement for that at all.
Oh, I've seen it constantly. Actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything. That's weird. Okay.
But Ospreay defended the IWGP Junior title against Robbie Eagles, and Robbie Eagles, I've seen some pictures and clips. He's wearing green and gold Australian national inspired gear.
Right.
Not his Bullet Club stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was in a 6-man with ELP and Ishimori a few weeks ago, and ELP pissed him off and like basically kind of stole his pin. and so I'm seeing a face turn developing for Robbie.
But if he's not wearing his bull, I mean, do you think it was a one-time thing?
Well,
Was,
that'll be the question. Is it part of the story? Is it a one-time thing? Is it,
Yeah.
So who knows?
So speaking of New Japan, who's next for Okada, Zeus? What are we gonna put up there with Okada next?
I think they're just going to kind of let it run until G1.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're just going to kind of keep it, kind of static, and not set up another challenger. I mean, it's just going to be. I mean,
until after G1.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking. Because I mean, he already, he disposed of Jericho. So I think that there'll be some interesting.
Any chance of them doing a Moxley Okada run?
I really doubt it after AEW pulled that Moxley couldn't be at the G1 in Texas.
Yeah, that kind of blows,
Yeah, I mean it's like
he is the IWGP United States champion. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, I mean it's that block. I mean they're bringing the A block, and he's in the A block.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean quite honestly, it's I mean I understand it's it's probably AEW trying to tell New Japan, hey, look, dump that raggedy old girlfriend, Ring of Honor, and come ride with us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So but I think they on one of the shows they had a tag team match. It's like Moxley and that young boy he beat the crap out of at Dominion.
Yeah.
Shota Umino, I think it is.
Yeah.
Those guys are coming along pretty well. They'll be ready for gimmicks here, I think, in the next year.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of Ospreay, you guys want to talk about a little feud that him and Rollins have been having?
Should we finish talking about the rest of Fyter Fest or?
Oh yeah, please.
Oh,
yeah, you're absolutely right, Pedro.
Speaking of John Moxley, he's facing Joey Janela in a non-sanctioned match, which in 2019 that makes no sense to say, but
it just means
everybody
dumb stuff.
Yeah. So there's a four-way match: Adam Page against Jimmy Havoc against Jungle Boy versus MJF.
MJF. I kind of like MJF. I can't lie. He's cool.
Do we see anybody other than Adam Page winning that?
No, it'll be Adam Page all the way. Yeah, come on, Hangman Page is gonna win.
Shima Nobunaga against Christopher Daniels. I'm not calling him just Shima. Then there's a three-way women's match. Yuka Sakazaki against Riho against Nyla Rose.
Rose.
That should be fun.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes against Darby Allin. He's the guy that kind of looks like he's got a skull painted on his face. Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's like a skater dude. I don't know. Something.
Okay.
The promotional, I don't know if y'all watched any of the Road to Fyter Fest videos, but the promotional stuff has been like going on about him going through depression a lot.
Oh, but you actually want to know something funny? I think the Evolve 10th anniversary show, I think it's tonight live on the WWE Network too, the same time as the AEW show.
No,
I believe
it's
that's
not
true,
the same
right?
time.
It's it is the Evolve. The thing with that is that Evolve's anniversary show is going to be on the WWE network, but it's going to be competing against the Fight for the Fallen, which is the
Fight for the Fallen. Thank you,
benefit show
Pedro.
for
I stand corrected. Thank you.
gun violence. And Kenny
Right.
Omega
Right.
was upset because he feels like they're trying to compete against a show benefiting victims of gun violence, etc.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. That's it. Yeah.
Which, you know,
I mean, if you own networks, I guess you could put the show on anytime you want, right? I'm just saying.
yeah, I mean, the whole thing though is, I mean, I don't even see those two things as actually competing. I mean, just because they're
Right.
on,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Right.
I mean, it's really, I mean, I wouldn't have even dignified it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with a
Well,
public
I
response.
think he did delete his tweet about
He
it.
did,
Does
but
that
you know,
involve?
it's too late. It's
Yeah,
too
I know.
late. When
Does
the
that
world
involve anniversary show? Is that really going to be a big show? No, right? Or no?
I mean, just for the hardcore fans. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never watched an involved show in my life, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Same here. So it's like, you know.
And then I mean the match I'm most looking forward to is Omega and the Bucks against the Lucha Brothers and Laredo Kid.
Yeah. That should be good. That should be
But
good.
should be a good.
hopefully
giant
it's not,
spectacle.
you know. Hopefully it's good.
It should
There's
be
a
a good
couple of those
match.
guys in there that
A big break for Laredo Kid. They
but
I know that they wanted a El Hijo del Vikingo for it, but they have to settle for Laredo Kid.
Laredo Kid's pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
He's not bad. He's not bad at all. No.
So Laredo Kid. First off, Laredo Kid is funny that he's Laredo Kid when he's been around a really long time.
Yeah.
But I know I mean, the Young Bucks are approaching their mid-30s and they're still the Young Bucks.
They should just be kind of the Bucks.
Yeah.
But Laredo Kid's he's been really good for a long time. But Vikingo, yeah, his visa issues weren't in order, so that's why they had to find.
I was hoping for Gallows. I was hoping for Gallows and Anderson to go over to AEW, but I hear that they're close to signing a multi-year deal with Vince, so that's going to end my dream of that.
Well, my understanding, the WWE is trying to. This is a weird consequence of the whole AEW thing. I shouldn't say weird, but it's maybe a good thing for some of these people. The WWE is trying to sign some of the talent they're not using very much to just kind of continue not doing much but get paid.
Right.
See,
they're
okay. I don't know how to word this, but I know you're in this business to make money and to make a living, right? Okay. But when does it come to the point where it says, is it worth the money, me sitting in the back not being used on TV, or do I take a pay cut, but I'm right smack in the middle of a main event storyline?
Or even just being happy. I mean, if you're not happy there,
right,
that's the most important thing. If sitting on the sidelines doing next to nothing, wrestling at some house shows, doing this, that, and the other, if that's what makes you happy, then do that. But if you're not happy, then don't re-sign.
Yeah.
Right. True.
I mean, Jinder Mahal is not someone who's going to be like on the AEW radar, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
he just resigned. Yeah,
he just resigned for a 5-year contract, big money, and I mean they're not doing much of anything with him at the moment. So for someone like him, this is like a very excellent turn of events.
Right. Yeah. He's benefited from the AEW. Yeah.
But for Gallo and Anderson,
Jinder benefited. A lot of people said that he got that title run because the Impact was doing huge numbers in India.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they were like, and WWE was like, hey, hey, look, we've got a guy with Indian heritage. He's big. He's jacked. He's champ. Why don't you watch us now? You know?
Yeah.
So I think that, I think that they're kind of reactionary. Everything that the WWE is doing is a reaction. And
WWE sadly has turned into WCW. They're reactionary now. Everything's reactionary, just like you said, Zeus. It's all reactionary.
Yeah, they're not. They're once. I mean, what's the most interesting thing going right now? And from people who are WWE fans, which I'm not one of those people, but it seems like to me that most WWE fans can agree that the silly 24/7 title is the most entertaining thing they've got going.
You know what? I have to admit to myself, I thought that was going to be disgusting and stupid and waste of TV. It turned out to be the best thing about their show.
Which is sad because it shouldn't be.
Right. You're absolutely right. Exactly.
I mean, exactly. What it kind of shows you is if you let these, some of these people have fun, and I'm sure it's not, I'm sure they're going to overly script it here, any moment now, once they realize that is what, a lot of their ratings are from, but, when you let people, cut a promo or say something, that they mean or whatever, that's what makes wrestling interesting.
I'm just waiting for Triple H to inject himself into the 24/7 title run. Watch. Yeah, because it's so over now that he wants a piece of it. Brutal.
They should have that kid who won the tag team titles with Braun Strowman show up and get in on it.
Brutal. I want Renee Young to pin Ron Killings. How about that? 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring. Awesome. They want to cut a promo. Hey, Mox, I got a strap too. Boom.
Oh my God.
I see you at home, honey.
Oh my God.
Belt versus belt on the line in our bedroom tonight, live on pay-per-view.
Oh my goodness. Hey, okay, but speaking of speaking about WWE, yes, James, you were saying.
I was just saying that people like to run their mouths, and I guess because, nobody's watching the shows on television, ratings are really down, attendance at house shows, their pay-per-views are really down. It seems like their champion, Seth Rollins, decided to take it upon themselves to bring more eyes to their brand, so to speak, and start talking shit that's saying that WWE is the best wrestling on the what, Zeus? On the planet, right? On the planet?
Yeah. The best pro wrestling. I'm like, excuse me, bro. You need to stay in your lane because what you guys do is sports entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. Stay in your lane big time.
Pro wrestling hadn't been a part of Vince McMahon's existence as the leader and sole owner of the World Wrestling Federation.
So now that Seth Rollins and his whore Becky Lynch are in the middle of the ring cutting promos together, kissing each other in the middle of the ring, I love you too. Here's my belt. Look at my belt. We got the best wrestling on the planet. I'm the man. How's it feel to be the man's man? Blah blah blah. You got to be shitting me, okay? I'd rather see a Judy Bagwell match right now.
No. Yeah, and then he comes back and says, "I'm doubling down. We're the best.
Yeah.
Show me somebody else that does what I do." And that's when Will Ospreay says, "I'm alive." Yeah, that's all he said. Yeah. I'm alive.
Well, Seth Rollins said, "Show me anyone alive who can, do what I do."
Yeah,
right. I'm alive. Yeah,
I'm alive.
Now, do you think Rollins' plan is working? You think this is going to bring more eyes to him in WWE, or just no?
I mean, the whole thing behind it is, of course, it's gonna trigger non-fans.
Yeah,
right.
And then it's gonna pander to hardcore fans, and then it's gonna get people talking. So, I mean, mission accomplished. He started a Twitter war, and oddly enough, it was, it was Osprey, stepping up and he's, he ends up being the one that, made a lot of really good points about, things. And then that's when, when sometimes when people are losing arguments, they start reaching. And that's,
Yeah, but Rollins
when
was bringing everybody and their mother in it. He was bringing make money. He was bringing Ricochet into it. He was bringing everybody into it.
Oh yeah. Oh, we already have a guy like you, little guy. Jericho's like,
exactly.
hey, y'all are the same height.
Oh, hey, look who's in the chat room. YYH has shown up.
Double Y, double H. What's going on, hon? How the hell are you?
They brought up a smelly finger in the conversation, and
oh yeah, God, I was trying to avoid that, but
okay. What did he say? He said something like, "We already have a better version of you." Is that what you said?
Yeah. He won his first US title.
Yeah.
Didn't
Osprey say something like, "My title is a little more prestigious than your title"?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that.
I saw something about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny, it's funny you say that, Pedro. Because I don't know about a lot of WWE fans. Because I used to be a big WWE fan, right? Although I now love NXT, and I think WWE sucks huge moose balls. But I look at their titles as they're all paper titles. They actually mean nothing, you know. You try to get it over by putting a strap on the title, because you actually put the title on the guy, try to get him over. I look at the New Japan titles as it's an honor, like you finally reached the pinnacle here, like it. Will Ospreay, because he deserves the junior heavyweight title. Okada deserves, right? He earned it. Actually, Okada deserves the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. He deserves it. He doesn't need the belt to make him. Okay. While I feel like it's reversed in WWE. They need the belt to make it, and no, the belt doesn't mean nothing in WWE anymore. I mean, you got one promotion, you got two heavyweight champions on both shows. It's stupid. I'm the Universal Champion. Well, I'm the World Champion. I'll be on your show. I'll be on your show too. How about you come back to my show on Tuesday? Well, how about if I come on Monday? Well, you know what? Eat one, blow me. I got a blue belt. I got a red belt. That's how it works. It's absolutely sucks. All the straps mean nothing.
My biggest issue with the two title things in the WWE is like the WWE title, the one on SmackDown, is the one with the lineage to the beginning.
Right.
And the Universal title is like you're like,
you really want to change? Okay, hold on.
There should just be the WWE title.
I 100% agree with you, Pedro. And here's what I should say. You really want to blow up your product? You really want to get ratings and people back? All right, abolish that bullshit Universal. If Paul Heyman was smart, and if Vince McMahon would let him and Eric Bischoff will work together, okay, they make one title, they make one champion, and they go for it. Get rid of the stupid brand split. Have both shows. Have everybody on both shows, because everybody's on both shows already, pretty much. And just let it really go down to it. Make one beautiful looking belt, go for it, and that's it. Cut the bullshit storylines. Cut the stupid fucking dusty finishes. No more Hulk Hogan bullshit. Get with it. All you got to push the young talent. If you really want to compete with the young upstart as an AEW, then start thinking like AEW. Start thinking about the future. All you got to do is start promoting your talent from within. Stop trying to raid the indies and buy all the indies up, just so you have your minor league system and set. Okay? Stop. Just build. Because you actually did it once, you can do it again. And it can be good again. It can be. But they have to, pass, I'm pissed. Because all you know, like I'm just pissed. It's because it's gotten too much money, you know, or because you got networks involved. So now you have to appease the stockholders and the network executives, and you have to do this and you have to do that. So you can't keep it the way it used to be. And no, it's you know what? No, somebody needs to blow up the WWE stock from fresh.
See, here's another thing. Like, so when you're Seth Rollins and you say the best pro wrestling on the planet, okay, and people couldn't name 5 great Seth Rollins matches in the last 12 months. You know? Okay.
Yeah, hearing Baron Corbin, Barn Burners. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. In a half empty arena, you know, where people are chanting, you know, this is boring, and AEW, you know, it's like, no, that's not the best pro wrestling on the planet. You know, when
awful.
When you've got, you know, Shingo and Will Ospreay, and people are crying.
Oh,
people are
that
crying.
Match was unbelievable. So that's a wrestling match.
Here's a better example, to be honest. The Moxley Juice Robinson match, because here's a guy who left the WWE,
right?
Yeah,
and he is having this match that feels like a fight. I mean, it feels like a legit fight. And again, you have that girl who was there that whole night crying.
I
She's
still feel
crying
bad
and
for
she's
Juice
like,
Robinson.
Juice.
I still feel bad for Juice Robinson. He got his ass kicked. The bumps he took was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but it was so engrossing. Like, I personally was more into that match than the final, the Best of Super Junior final myself. I was more into that match because it was just so compelling, the human drama that seemed to be playing out, that they made me buy into.
Right.
So this is a better example, because this is two guys who were both in the WWE system. I mean, Juice Robinson is from he was in NXT and stuff.
See, NXT, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, these are two guys from that system, and they're having this kind of match in New Japan, and
that just goes to show you, Pedro, that this is what happens when you have an overabundance of talent and you don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
Well, and you have an overabundance of talent.
In the WWE, you have to understand, their big thing isn't selling people on the wrestlers. Their big thing is selling you on the brand.
Yeah.
If you heard someone from work, if a coworker told you, you know, I'm going to go see wrestling tonight, you're going to automatically assume they're probably talking, they're going to go see the WWE. Because in popular culture, pro wrestling equals WWE, you know, vice versa, WWE equals pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's the strength of their brand. That's what's going to keep them on top for, you know, possibly forever, is just the strength of that brand.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Pedro.
But back on that feud, the best moment of that whole Twitter feud, in my opinion, the very best moment was Nick Gage stumbling into the feud and saying he would rip off the genitals of both Seth Rollins and Will Ospreay, and then MDK, Murder, Death, Kill.
Oh God, you gotta love it.
What?
Come on, you gotta love it.
One of the funniest things I saw was somebody else shooting in a tweet at Seth Rollins saying, at 26 you were wrestling in the FCW arena in front of 80 people, losing to Michael McGillicuddy and Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, I saw that.
At the same age, Will Ospreay is working the G1 after winning Best of the Super Junior tournament and is arguably the best wrestler in the world. Stop being gotten to.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's an offshoot of this whole thing. Did y'all hear about Seth Rollins' interview with Sports Illustrated this week?
No, I did not. No.
He buried John Moxley, who's supposed to be his friend.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that.
He buried him.
Yeah, he said that he took his ball and went home.
Yeah, and then talk shit about WWE
Yeah,
on Jericho.
yeah. He basically said that they shouldn't be saying all that they couldn't cut it in the WWE, and that he said that he's super happy with his and with creative in the WWE, that he thinks they're doing the best and all that bullshit. So
Of course he's going to be happy. He's on the prime segment. He's the main eventer. He's got the strap. He's got all the TV time. Of course he's going to toe the company line. He's such a wimpy bastard. I used to like Seth Rollins, not anymore.
I've never been into Seth Rollins, but
no, me neither.
No, I thought he was good in the ring. It's just
I feel him and Kenny Omega at many times have the same problem, that they want to show everything they can do when you don't really need to do that. But
I'll give you that. And
they both have the problem of like trying to jump into their big finisher signature moves like early. They both have that problem too.
I feel like somebody like Chris Jericho, he can say whatever the hell he wants because he's done it. He's been there. He's done it all. So
pretty much.
You know.
YYH was bringing up about. She said Ospreay replied to Rollins is legit. He answered his question. Rollins is defensive and didn't answer properly, and pulled in weak arguments. One of the things I wanted to say was Rollins. One of you brought this up, that he kept bringing in all these other elements into it, like
yeah.
So he kept trying to move, like he's like started off with this thing, and someone said, "Oh, well, I'm alive. I'm as good as you are," and he's like, "What about bank accounts? What about this? What about Ricochet? What about
My girlfriend has a belt. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Ospreay's girlfriend also has a belt.
That's right. Good job, Pedro. Yep. That's right.
Though she shouldn't have that belt, but Babe Presley sucks. But
that's funny.
Did you see when Ospreay posted a picture of himself with Babe Presley? How are you supposed to say her name? The World of Stardom.
I guess it's Babe.
And Tony Storm, and they all are, like have a drink in their hands, and he said something.
Oh yeah.
Like 3 wrestlers, 3 champions, 3 different companies. Something like we can all get along, something like that.
Yeah, I saw that. And then he also said date night.
Oh. Date.
Which, I mean, wow,
Hey. He's awesome.
if that wasn't a joke, then he's got it going on.
Mm-hmm. Who said Pippen was easy?
Anybody want to touch on some of these, the top 100 most popular wrestlers as voted on by the readers of, I believe it's called Number magazine in Japan?
I saw that list, Zeus. To me, you could change the top 3 are interchangeable. Okay.
Yeah.
You could put Okada.
I mean, but of course, I mean, and they were really the top 2 were really close. I mean,
yeah. I mean, if you don't like Tanahashi, come on, you get the fuck out.
Right.
And
I mean, he's been the guy for a decade.
But yeah, come on, Although I wish Ishii was a little higher, but I'll take it. I mean,
I was pretty shocked. He was at 18.
Yeah, him and Suzuki were top 20, so I can't really complain. But I am an Ishii mark, so I have to have that full confession here. But yeah, you can put any one of those 3. So I have no problem with the top 3. I have no problem with Tanahashi number 1 at all. because he's been the guy.
Yeah, I mean it's
Like you
it's
said.
clearly it's a voting. It's just like the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Awards where it was where they you vote the most popular of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and of course I mentioned this one
And
other time.
Sonata was going to be up there, so
Oh yeah, but like I said, I mean it he's technically retired, but like Great Muta and Keiji Muto are both in the top 50.
That's cool how they did that. Yeah, it's kind of cool how they did that.
People voted for separate entities. I don't even. That's hard. This like, man, when was the last time that Muto wrestled here? And I don't know, but yeah, it's fun stuff.
They had Okada being third is cool. Again, the top three of those can all interchange. I do like Tanahashi's always, he's been the man for the past 10 years plus. Ishii and Suzuki deserve to be a little higher in my book, but then, I just mark out for them. But then the top 20, so I can't really bitch. It's a good list. It's kind of cool,
Yeah.
Because it's all subjective, but it's cool,
I used to love the Pro Wrestling Illustrated the year-end awards.
Yeah, I used to love getting that issue. Yeah, I used to love getting that issue.
No, the year-end.
Oh, the year-end. Yeah,
the year-end.
yeah.
Not the 500.
I used to love I used to love getting that.
I mean,
issue.
the 500's cool too, but I mean the award issues were started.
Yeah.
In the 70s.
Actually, speaking of lists, Angie posted that nice list that everybody should do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have to watch the 5 Vader matches, stuff like that, and
Yeah, let me find that. I have it somewhere.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I said, if you could read those off, Pedro.
Yes, hold on.
That's awesome.
Let me get it up.
Yeah.
Let me get the list up. Let me get the list up. Let me not horrify anyone.
Not the list of Jericho, but it's the list.
Yeah. Well, Pedro finds it. Okay.
All right, guys. This is Casey Kasem. And be sure you join our Patreon. Joking.
No, oh God, no, please.
Summer Wrestling Checklist 2019.
That's it. That's awesome, Angie. That was awesome.
Number 1, watch a match from the year you were born. Number 2, watch 5 All Japan Pro Wrestling matches from the 1990s. Number 3,
I could definitely get into that.
Watch Scorpio versus Sabu Cyber Slam 96.
Fucking A. Now you're making sense.
Number 4, make some wrestling art and show it to someone. Number 5, share a match you love with someone you love. Number 6, watch 5 Vader matches, not WWF.
Oh, that'd be our pleasure. Yeah.
Number 7, don't say anything bad about wrestling for a week.
Well, that's going to be
8,
that's hard.
That's the hardest one. That may be the one we all ignore. Number 8.
McMahon sucks. Oh, sorry. What?
Watch 5 pre-WCW NWA matches.
Oh, of course. Easy.
Number 9. Read a book about wrestling. Reading
Even
is
easier.
cool. Number 10. Watch 5 Manami Toyota matches. Number 11. Nice. Tell someone you love how much you love them. I'm not making this up. This is on this list.
Right.
Pedro.
Yes.
I love you.
Right back at you, bro. Number 12. Go to a live show.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely.
Number 13, watch the Nasty Boys versus Cactus Stack and Max Payne Spring Stampede 94.
God, I watched that live. Do I have to watch it again?
Yeah, that's hard to watch in the first place.
Number 14, watch 5 tag matches where the titles change hands.
Oh, that's cool.
And finally,
Oh, that's a good one.
the last one. Watch 5 Mike Awesome matches, ECW/FMW.
Oh, hell yeah. Him and my, yeah.
Oh yeah, just watch him and Masato Tanaka over and
Tanaka,
over
yeah,
again.
yeah. That's all you got to do. Don't watch the fat chick killer. That was a disgusting gimmick.
Oh,
I
that was so terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
YYH said, "I love you guys" in the chat room.
Double Y, double H. We all heart you. We love you.
Yeah, we. What's that heart thing that people do with their hands? We all do that.
Yeah.
If we were like, if we had video, we'll all be doing the heart thing
to
everyone listening. The heart.
Yeah,
I don't know about doing on that list. I don't know about doing some of those things like 5. Like I don't know why the number has to be 5 for all.
Yeah, I think we should all just agree on 1.
Yeah, it should just be like one match,
like 1 or 2.
One match.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, I mean 1 is plenty.
I totally agree with that Tusko Sopio and Sabu match. So that was awesome. It was a great match from ScyberSlam. Although there are better matches on that card than that, but that's a good match. Oh, excuse me.
Anything else been going on with you guys? Any other wrestling or non-wrestling stuff you've been into?
Well, I mean, I don't think we announced it, but I am going to go to that PWX show the day after the G1.
Oh, nice!
And I will meet Jushin Liger.
Yes.
Liger.
How do you not meet Liger, man? He's awesome.
Liger.
God.
I will meet. Yeah. We'll meet Roppongi 3K. So I'm pretty stoked for that. So
here's the thing about Liger. He's been wrestling ever since I was a kid, and he's still wrestling. So he's God in my book. You know, I mean, he was wrestling when I was
survived
young.
Brain cancer.
Yeah, and survived brain cancer.
I mean, he survived and kept on wrestling. It's like,
if you have the chance to meet Jushin Liger, then you jump at it. Everybody should meet Jushin Liger.
Especially with the his impending retirement.
Yeah.
Is this his last year, Zeus, or no?
Yes.
Yeah, the Wrestle Kingdom is supposed to be his last one.
That's going to be his last show. That's it. No more.
Supposedly.
That's it. Supposedly. But I mean, you know how that goes
in wrestling, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they just had a big Choshu retirement match, and it was a 6-man. It was like, I mean, not Choshu, but Choshu. Yeah, Ricky Choshu retired. Yeah. And it was like Choshu and Ishii and Muda against like Tenryu and God, I'd have to find it. But yeah, so it's like, I can't even remember the last time somebody talked about Ricky Choshu, his last match anywhere, really.
Right.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty old.
So yeah, but you're gonna have a good time at that PWX show, Zeus. And you definitely say what's up to Jushin Liger, definitely. And you know what? Even do a little brother love. Say, hey, Liger, I love you. Why not? Show him a little love too. Everybody gets some love today.
That's right. Because he won't understand it.
Nah, he won't. He'll look at you, he'll probably slap you and then give you a chop. It's all good. Can you imagine getting a chop by Liger? I would never wash my chest again. Yeah. Awesome. That'd be awesome. I still can't believe they jobbed out fucking Matanza and Matt Taven.
Yeah,
I know. In 10 minutes.
That's terrible. Who booked that? Who
Yeah.
who
Okay.
booked that?
Yeah. Choshu's 67.
How old?
67.
67.
Holy shit!
But James,
Yeah.
I mean, Ring of Honor, as we said earlier, they also jobbed Dragon Lee to Dalton Castle.
That I know, Pedro. I know it's horrible. It's horrible. And they made this big thing about here comes Roosh, and he's done nothing. So and I don't know.
Oh, Bandito challenged Shane Taylor for the TV title, and he lost that. Yeah,
You lost that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said Juice is like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to be on any more Ring of Honor shows. Yeah,
I know, and I mean that's how I saw Juice Robinson live because of Ring of Honor. And,
right.
Yeah. And he's like, don't send me back there, boss. And they're like, okay.
He actually wrestled pretty good, I must say. I wasn't a big fan of, I wasn't the biggest fan of Juice, but I have respect for him because he was giving it his all in that match that I've seen, with him. So,
yeah. I mean, it's really. I mean, he's kind of been just a victim of his gear, just because he looks good.
Yeah. Well,
it's just so strange, and
all three of us have seen him live, right?
Yes.
So all three of us have seen him live, right?
Yeah,
so,
Zeus saw him in the most epic match between the three of us, but yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But but he's good in the ring. It just, like you said, it's his gimmick, it's his outfit. It just like turns everybody off.
The big surprise for me when I saw him was just how much charisma and he can connect with the crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was over too. He's over.
Yeah. And then he can go when he's called to do it. So
yeah.
His promos in New Japan, his post match comments are all good. I mean, he just it's in brain out mouth. He's not rehearsing.
I think Gumby should take notes. You know what I'm
saying? He's too busy smelling his own farts.
Yeah, that guy needs that guy.
He
should never cut another promo again. I don't care how pretty he looks.
Oh my goodness.
I tell you though, I'm definitely nominating Zack Sabre Jr. and Suzuki for Tag League.
Yes.
I want that. Really? I want them to win Tag League.
Did you never watch that match, James?
No, I never seen it. I have not.
Because it was on Access last week, I think, when they showed the night the Tetsuya Ibushi match.
No, I missed that. I missed Access last week. That was my bad.
I think yesterday was just reruns, but
I would have love for Zack Sabre Jr., but I can't. He just pissed me off that day at Wrestle Kingdom, and then his promo absolutely sucks. And then his if you're gonna do a no motion gimmick, if you're gonna have no motion as your gimmick, then be more like Demon Malenko, okay? But don't be like an asshole and fucking Zack Sabre Jr. I don't care how cute he looks, ladies. Hi, I'm Zack. No, he's an asshole, okay? And his promo is absolutely blown. I cut a better promo. That's it.
I feel like we're giving him props for his gimmick now that you're like, he's an asshole, I hate him, and we're like
no, it's just but that's not his gimmick. But I think that's his real personality. He's just an asshole. And I would tell him so too. Him and that paper belt he wears. Brutal. You know what? I think I'm gonna challenge him for the British Heavyweight Championship. Fuck that.
For the Rev Pro
yeah,
I've been.
I'm gonna take some hard pills. I'm gonna take some hard pills. Drinking Modelo. I'm gonna swing a chair, get in the ring. Open challenge right now.
This past month, I've been doing something I don't usually do. I paid for a subscription to Progress Wrestling.
Oh my God! What is this world coming to? Okay.
And so, I paid for a subscription. for Progress Wrestling. So I've been watching some of their shows. I'm going to do one more month at least because I didn't get to everything because it's just you have to find time to watch these shows. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you've never watched the Progress Wrestling stuff, they have like this guy do kind of a stand up routine before each show, and it's kind of hilarious. He'll pick on people who are there for the first time and all this stuff. It's pretty funny, but there's been some really good matches on there. There was a tag team match because Will Ospreay was, I don't know if he still is at the moment, but at the point in time I'm in, which is earlier this year, he was one half of the tag team champions in Progress, and there was him and Paul Robinson versus trying to think of some team from Australia, but I can't remember what their tag team name is. But they had just a hell of a match. It was super good. But yeah, there's lots of good stuff out there. So
I've been watching old Jim Cornette shoot interviews for some reason.
Yeah. That is a.
Don't ask me why. Don't kill me. I don't know. I just see like 4 or 5 of them lately, and I just listen to him, and I really can't stand his voice, but he is entertaining.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of history and knowledge and memories.
He does.
It's just like everything from now forward is just shit.
He does.
He just opens up his mouth and it's just like.
Yeah, it just falls right out. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, YYH. Yes, Aussie Open is the name of that tag team from Australia.
Aussie Open.
I have not seen the TLC match yet. I have not seen that match yet. I think it's on the next show I have to watch, but I haven't seen that match yet. They had another match that set up that one that was really good. But yeah, Jim Cornette's he's a great storyteller. He has lots of funny stories.
Yeah, but he sees everything through his eyes only.
Right. Well, that's everyone to some extent, but
No. There's the truth, and then there's his eyes only.
No.
So
I was watching that Midnight Express versus the Fantastics match from Houston. I don't know what year.
That was outstanding.
Oh yeah, that thing was so good. And him, Jim Cornette, trying to kept acting like he wanted to fight with them.
Oh yeah,
that was hilarious. The crowd was all over him.
One of my favorite Midnight Express moments is when I was watching the TBS show on a Saturday afternoon one day, and here was Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express. They were wrestling, and in came Paul Heyman and his Midnight Express. And Paul Heyman busted him open. He busted up Cornette's open, and Cornette is gushing red, like
oh yeah,
like Mick Foley. And
that was at the TBS studios.
Yeah, exactly, Zeus. And I'm sitting there yelling at the TV, going crazy, going, "He's not a wrestler. He's a manager. What are you doing? Why are you beating him up?" And that's not the real Midnight Express. They're the real Midnight Express. That was one of the best storylines, and I don't know if it was because I was young, but I was hooked on that shit back then. That's what drove me. That was great stuff back then.
Yeah, Bobby and Stan had some really good matches against
some
Randy and Dennis.
Yeah. That's an excellent match.
Shout out to Smash This Podcast, who's in the chat room.
Smash This Podcast, J-Bone.
Zeus, what were you going to say about that Houston Midnight Fantastic match?
Oh, I mean, I loved it. I mean, I've seen better matches, but I mean that they did a lot. They did a lot with not as much in ring, continuous stuff as you see sometimes in matches today, but the connection that they had with the crowd and the excitement level was so high, and everybody just loved seeing Cornette get his butt whipped and everything. I mean, it was just it really was it was just outstanding.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. You know what? I haven't seen enough of the Fantastics matches. I haven't seen enough of them.
The match, honestly, one of the best matches they've ever wrestled was against the Midnight Express, Bobby and Stan, at the first Clash of Champions. So
I gotta peep that. I gotta check that out.
That's on your. Isn't that on
Yeah.
your?
Yeah, it's on the
network?
network. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So,
definitely gotta check that out. Good stuff.
This has been a good show, guys. I want to thank YYH and Smash This Podcast for showing up in the chat room, and
J-Bone.
Oh, J-Bone's there too.
Well, no, that's Smash This Podcast.
That's him on the Smash This Podcast.
Man, I'm slow. I apologize.
You are brother love slow. It's okay.
Y'all got any shout outs or things to plug?
All I know is that I'll be watching the London series in about a half an hour. Yankees, Red Sox, of course. Pinstripe Pride, baby. Okay. Fuck the Red Sox. Other than that,
all I heard is make.
I feel like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. There you go.
My daddy.
Yeah, there you go. My daddy beat steroids, beat the government. Wah, wah.
Well, we will. I don't know what we're doing next week. We'll figure that out. But we will see.
The G1 starts.
Oh yeah, the G1 starts.
Right,
We'll preview. We'll preview the G1, and who knows what else may happen during the week. So, but we will see. Oh yes,
actually, Zeus might wrestle Michael Elgin too. So
yeah,
you know.
I'm about to say hello.
It's going to turn into a shoot match. Watch.
That'd be great.
And he better put Zeus over. That's all I got to say. Otherwise, I'm gonna question the booking.
That's right.
Thanks everyone for hanging out.
Yeah, and have for the
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, for all the U.S. based listeners, Happy 4th of July.
It's a worldwide phenomenon. Didn't you see Independence Day? Did you see Independence Day?
Independence Day.
Oh, aren't you not inspired by Bill Paxton's speech? What's wrong with you?
That's right.
Or actually, Bill Pullman's speech. My bad.
Yeah,
Paxton.
We'll see y'all next week. Adios.
Later. Peace.